So the final day of the All-American
This year.
I had 2 fish for 8 pounds at Cherokee Lake when 12 pounds was a bag.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 fish for 8 pounds at like 8:30 in the morning. Both glide bait fish.
Mm-hmm.
I
kept up with this day.
Yeah. Well, and I had 4 bites on one dock.
Yeah.
Caught 2 of them for 8 pounds. So then all of a sudden, next thing you know, camera boats are coming to find me. Everybody's trying to figure out. They're like, wait, this guy who's an 8th is making a move. Well, of course, as soon as they get a camera guy to me, I'm like, all right, something seems to have shut off. I need to go smallmouth fishing. And I hadn't been catching anything smallmouth fishing until 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go fill out a limit. Me catching 3 2-pounders already gives me the biggest bag of the tournament. So I'm making the move I need to make in a tournament like the All-American.
Right.
And then, hey, I go catch 3 2-pounders. Then I'm fishing free the whole rest of the day.
That's right.
It made way too much sense in my head, strategy-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, all I did is make everybody on the planet just bang their heads against the wall and go, why is he not throwing the glide all day? Why is he not throwing the glide all day?
Yeah, I remember
but
that. Yep.
In my head, it just made too much sense. Like, all I got to do is pull up on 1 or 2 spots and get 3 keepers, and then I'm free to do the glide for 4 hours or however much it matters. But so I go try and do smallmouth fishing. It takes me 6 hours and I catch 1.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
3 fish. I've got 3 fish for 10 pounds and I got to head in. I had one stretch right by the ramp that I knew there were fish around. And I was like, and it's literally right next to check-in. Run down there and there's a guy right on the stretch I want to be on. So I got to stop 150 yards short of him. And I'm like, all right, I'll just stop over here. Panning around, all of a sudden I pan up ahead of me on live scope and there's a brush pile that I hadn't seen before. And I could see fish around it. And I'm like, what the heck? All right, cool. Throw the Echo up there.
Right.
Catch one, 2-pound large.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shoot. All right, now I got 12 pounds. This is already great. It is 2:27. We're doing it 2:30. 2:26. We're doing it 2:30. Make another cast up of the brush pile. I'm like, I got to get up there one more time. As I'm letting it sink, I'm trying to see what's going on. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait, what's going on? A fish already had it.
Yeah.
I go from 3 fish for 10 pounds to a limit for the biggest bag of the All-American in a 5-minute period right next to the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Get up there. I'm hooting and hollering because I'm like, what? I'm like, how did that just happen? Like all day.
Uh-huh.
So I'm yelling at Buddy Benson's like 3 boats ahead of me. He's like, you got him? I'm like, dude, I just went from 3 to 5. Like I'm screaming. Everybody that's idling their way in is looking around like, what is going on with this guy? I'm like, Paul thought I said I just caught a 4 and a 5.
Oh, did he really?
So Paul, as soon as we pull up on the bank, Paul's run up to me, dude, you got him? And I'm just like, I mean, I got a bag. I don't think I have enough to beat you. And sure enough, he had his 12 or 13 he needed.
Right.
I knew I had to go catch 18.
Right. Yeah.
16, 18. Yeah. 16 might give me a shot if he did bad. 18. But I had 14 pounds when the biggest bag of the tournament was like 13.5 or something before that. So, I mean, I couldn't be mad about it, but it was just crazy how that worked.
I watched you and Buddy and Paul that day. I was watching the results come in and I was like, you were there and it was like, you did not catch nothing for a while.
Oh,
you were on the struggle bus for a while.
It was weird. I mean, I broke one off at one point. I had one of those just once I left and tried to go do that deal, it just seemed like every decision I was making was kind of wrong. And I don't know if it really was wrong. And the thing was the day before that, I didn't have a limit until the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was 2 days in a row where all of a sudden with like an hour left, 30 minutes left, the fish that were offshore would start biting a little bit.
Right.
But there was also like a window from 9 till 11 where I felt like I could get bit. So that's why I wanted to get out there and try it.
Yeah.
And the problem was I worked way up the lake when my glide bait fish were way down the lake.
Yeah. I remember I turned it off. So I did not catch the last section, but I hit back on the way in. And because Buddy came on just right after that. But I remember like you being back there, and so I didn't even think you were going to be in the top 4 or 5, and all of a sudden I start seeing it. I'm like, when the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
Because it was like, because I remember your weights and all that. And all of a sudden, like you're in second or you were, all that you were leading it because you weighed in before Paul or after Paul?
I weighed in before Paul.
So so you were kind of in first for a second.
I was in first for a while. I was in first all the way from 8th till like 3rd or something.
But I was like, what happened? And then I got talking to people.
Yeah, no, I think the camera, hopefully there'll be video of it for the episode that comes out. But I mean, I was freaking out at the end.
Yeah, I think it was awesome.
That's cool.
Let's give you one more question because it's been up there for a while, and then we'll call it a night. John G, I think Matt's going to sleep good tonight. Yeah, he is. Speaking of the Bulldog division, do you recommend anyone wanting to go pro to try that route first?
Yeah, I would definitely say there's nothing wrong with fishing a BFL division. I mean, you will gain as much out of a BFL division as you will out of trying to fish a Toyota Series division without having to risk as much money. I mean, at least in my mind. Now, there's a certain level where, I mean, if you know you're going to be a pro fisherman or you know that's what you want to do, and you know that you need to take that step just to go ahead and try, if you have the ability or have the time, whatever, to go do all 9 Toyotas or something along those lines, that's definitely going to gain you a lot more than doing a division of BFLs. Because, I mean, division BFLs, a lot of what it comes down to is how much time you're going to put into them. They're only they're 6 days of fishing. It's 4 1-days and 1 2-day.
Right.
But like, if you can go put in 2 or 3 days of practice for all of them, then you're gaining a lot as well because you're getting to learn stuff through practice. Then you compete in the tournament.
That's right.
Toyotas, no matter what, you're by default you're putting in 5 or 6 days basically.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a totally different way of looking at things in terms of how you want to handle it.
I got it. Harold Grizzle says good afternoon. So hey, you're a little late there, bud. But I tell you what, listen, Matt.
He mentioned you finished 4th in a non-boater in the All-American.
Mm-hmm.
How many years did you go non-boat before you went boater?
I fished non-boater from 2012 to 2018. Then I fished 1 year as a boater. Then I went 1 year back to co-angler, and then I went full boater after that.
So we put in the time.
So like 7, 8 years. Yeah. No, it was kind of a different world when I got into it. I mean, now it's changed so much.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Harold Grizzle says hello, Matt.
Hi, Harold.
Hi, Harold. But anyway, so seriously, I want to thank you